Because we've got a radiator here, we've got various different sockets and stuff. We're going to start taking all the trims off on the ceiling. So somehow, I don't know how it happened, all those panes of glass on the roof ended up breaking.
Just like that?
And just like that? And then you
got a my key, just do it like that?
Yeah, just do it without a my key. Yo, morning and welcome to our brand new project. Me and Steve, we are going to be taking this conservatory down. So we're going to try and be here every single day to film everything along the whole process. That is the plan. So today we're going to get on with stripping that out and getting the site prepped, ready to start digging out all the footings. So if you're new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do and follow us. How we're going to figure out how to make this one hell of a garden room. So Steve is mad keen on getting stripped out and all the rest of it. So what we've done so far, we've got all the boards down, we've got the diggers out the front, but we've got to start taking all this old conservatory down. So the basic footprint of the new extension is pretty much the same, except for the corners. We are taking the corners off, squaring things out. So first things first, we've got to strip all of this down, get it all in the skip, get all of the blinds down with all the wildlife which is inside that, which is amazing. Isolate all the electrics and the plumbing in here, because we've got a radiator here, we've got various different sockets and stuff. There's a socket on the outside, lights to come down, so we have got plenty to do, but our vans are fully loaded with kit, as you can imagine, but Steve is chomping at the bit to get this one down. Okay, so Steve is cracking on getting these blinds down, which are obviously covered in all the bugs and all the rest of it, because they're pretty grim. So we've got two fuse spurs down there. So just down there, there is two fuse spurs. One controls the lighting, one controls all the sockets and stuff. So we've took those out. Now the other side of that wall there's a cupboard, which then that's spurred off the socket there for those. So what we're going to do for now, just while we're on the strip out, we're going to take the fuses out, but my van is full, so I've just borrowed Steve's, but it's a little bit too crusty. Oh yeah, they are well and truly knackered. So I need to take these fuses out for the in trim, just because obviously we're going to pull all this building down very, very quickly. There you go. Right, so that has left us with, there's a double socket over there where Steve is, one there, that's spurred off the back there for an outside socket, so that can come down. There's one here and one there, so we'll take all the fronts off, make sure we're all good to go. Lights can all come down then, we haven't got any problems then with everything all tripping out, while Steve cracks on. Okay, so Steve's got all the blinds down, and there's just a mess everywhere, in fairness. So we've took the radiator off, radiator's gone. I do need to put some caps on before we leave tonight, because obviously it will get cold as the temperature goes down. It'll open that valve and start leaking. We've took all the lights down, light fittings are gone, both sides, top, all the sockets, fronts are all off, obviously isolated to a degree. So what we're doing now, we're going to start taking all the trims off on the ceiling and start getting these glass panels out. So what I would like to say is thank you very much for the customer already. I am on my second cup of tea already, so legend. So really, really happy about that. So that looks like he actually said to me, how often do you want a cup of tea? As and when you want to make them, mate, because I am happy about that. So we're going to start ripping all the trims off, getting them set out. I might even get a bit of drone action out today, which would be nice. So I'll get these steps out, because I keep saying, Steve, I need to get more steps on the go, because if not, we're going to be sharing them, and it's going to get pretty tiring very, very quickly, I would say.
Yes.
So up here,
Probably best to take this pane out, and then we can get
up onto the top,
that
ridge.
in.
Yeah, so effectively there's these trims here that we need to pop off, which leaves you that. It's like they just hook in, really.
Yeah.
And then we need to get the glazing panels out. So then it's that one, and so on. So I think what we'll do, might get the drone out in a minute, probably when we're more on that side, I would say. So we'll get a couple of these out, and then, yeah, a bit of drone action. As long as it looks like we might be in for a bit of rain. Okay, so we'll give you a little update now. So we had a bit of a nightmare getting the glass out. So the glass from the roof. Now what you're supposed to do is take those trims off, like I said, and then you pop the beads and get it out. No, that isn't happening. That isn't what happened, because it just, every bit was stuck. So what we decided to do was a little bit rogue, a little bit sketchy. So somehow, I don't know how it happened, all those panes of glass on the roof ended up breaking. I don't know how it happened, and obviously it all ended up on the floor. Now, with obviously all the rules changing to do with recycling and all that lot, you have to separate everything now. So like things like your plasterboard, with anything with plaster with paper on it, you can't put that in a normal skip. Same as the glass, same as the plastics. With aluminium in it, you can't, obviously like this, you can't just chuck it all in the same skip. It has to be notified and separated and all the rest of it. So we're having to bag it all up. Now, thank God that we've got this, which is the Halterforce waste manager. Simple but genius little invention, which allowed me to scoop up and shovel up the broken bits of glass, about 3 billion of those. So that's that. So now we're taking out the glass properly. I'll show you how to do those by removing the beads, because they come off on these lower ones. And then Steve's taking off the roof structure above my head, which is, yeah, so watch out. And yeah, so we're getting there, but we've got to get this conservatory down, because it is we're under a time scale problem, because we need to get to another job late this afternoon. So we are up against it as usual. We still haven't moved the digger or the track dumper. We'll go through those later on. But yeah, so just thought I'd give you an update, and then we'll show you either when I'm taking one of these windows out or Steve is. We'll bring you in closer and explain how easy it is to get these out. Okay, so we're coming up to pretty much the last but one window. So there's two types of beading that people do. So a newer style is what this has got, where it's internal beading for security. And then some of the really old stuff, it's external. Not great if you've got external beading, because people can just pop them out, take your window out, and they're in your house. So the best way about doing this is if you take out the bead, which we'll get Steve to do in a second once he's just done this pane. So if you're trying to take this window out, for example, you'll take the larger bead, so this one and this one first, and you need a tool like what Steve's got right there, which is much better than the one I was using, actually designed for the job. So you bash it into the edge of the bead, flick it out, throw that on the floor for Mikey to pick up. Oh, he's gone to top. Top, middle and bottom. So then you flick the beads out. And then what you'll notice, obviously the bead at the bottom, but when these are fitted, they usually put like some packers in both sides. Sometimes they'll put them at the top just to level all the glass up. And then what Steve tends to do is knock them out, and then what you need to do is have someone go around the other side like this. Our glamorous assistant. Oh, he's beating me to it, look. I know, look.
Right, just like that?
And just like that, and then you
got a my key, just do it like that?
Yeah, just do it without a my key, and not needed. I can go and sit in the van and play on my phone. So that's how you take out the windows, and then because, like you say, the rules have changed with all the skip stuff. You've got to stack all that separate. So we've got bags and bags of glass, and now we've got some panes as well, and then we're on to taking out this section. So the roof's all off. Gone. Hopefully the drone, I've had that up twice. Hopefully the drone footage is, you know, able to be used. And then, yeah, that's it.
Next.
You what? What are you saying to me?
Oh.
Yeah.
Ring main.
Ring main.
Over the top.
I only know ring main is for the electrical, darling.
Can you start getting that in there?
Yeah, I've got to get this. I've got really crack. I mean, I don't know why I'm putting the ring in right now.
It's lit up, mate.
Yeah, I know. I thought, well, I want some electrics, all this dirty, dirty demolition stuff. So yeah, so ring main, I'm presuming, is meaning this top ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so get that down, and then I take it in the panels
And all
in.
these windows
Just falling out. So yeah, we'll set you up on time lapse and get cracking. Okay, that is it. She is down. So all of the frame, the PVC, the roof is all down. So tomorrow we're going to get on with pulling all the block work down, digging up the old footings, because I guarantee the footings will not be deep enough for an extension, because they need to be 1,000 mil down, minimum requirement, and then by 600 mil wide. And with a base, we'll find out tomorrow what they're like. So if you're new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed and you've enjoyed this video so far, please make sure you turn your notifications on, and we'll see you tomorrow when we get on with ripping that down. Right, see you in a bit.